Go.
Lick, lick, lick my balls.
Hey, welcome everybody.
Yeah, I say it all the time.
Welcome everybody. This is
That was
another
new.
episode of Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark. Little late, had some tough technical difficulties, but you know what? We're back in action. Got J Love back after a 2-week hiatus. Everything good, J Love? Work treating you good?
Everything's good. Just been really busy. New projects popping up at work, so it's been keeping me very preoccupied there. But I definitely missed y'all for sure.
Yeah, man. Well, there was a lot going on in and around the news and different kind of stuff, especially this week with a lot of stuff. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. What are we drinking tonight? J-Lo, what are you drinking over there?
Right now I finally finished off one of my bottles of Blanton's, so I'm chasing that one down. Can't go wrong with Garage Oil, so that'll be next. And then of course a little bit of Yingling. So
nice. Donnie?
Well, I showed you guys yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I found a Weller Foolproof on my trip to Calhoun on Tuesday night. So I've got about a 3-finger pour of that, and it hits hard.
That's about my Blanton's right now.
Oh man, I love Blanton's. Man, this Weller Foolproof is probably 120. Yeah, it's good stuff. But I'm not gonna drink it all night. I got a 3-finger of that, and then I'll be moving over to Buffalo Trace or Eagle Rare. So.
The funny thing is, you lifted up that bottle, that Weller bottle, and the way that your green screen is, I said that motherfucker's drinking a Bud Light.
So, oh fuck no! Fuck no! I don't drink beer anyway, unless it's like super hot day on a golf course.
I said that tranny supporting motherfucker.
Definitely ain't drinking a Bud Light.
I'll tell you what, boys. So yesterday, we had our golf scramble, and I'm over my 30 days. Well, I was actually 37 days completely sober. Saturday, I went ahead and drank some. Yesterday, I drank 6 White Claws on the golf course, and we were taking and every other hole we were taking shots of Tommy's homemade moonshine. So today, and that's only the second day that I've drank in about 40 days. So today I mixed me a good batch of cucumber water. This is about the 4th gallon that I've taken down today. Because last night I got home and I reached into my bottle of scotch. Old Johnny Walker never steers me wrong.
Is that Johnny Walker Black?
Johnny Walker Black. That's just, I always have it. It's not expensive, and you can have a shit ton of it, and I love it. And my granddad used to drink it, so why not? But today, getting back on track. So I'm drinking a lot of freaking water. But yeah, it was funny. Great segue though. Thank you guys. Because it was funny. I cracked open the White Claw on the first hole of the scramble, and one of my buddies cracked open his Bud Light. Of course, we gave him.
And you were both queer?
And no. Listen, hold on. Let me tell you. Oh no. And so he cracked open the Bud Light. So I went, wait a minute, you tranny loving bitch. You can't make fun of me for drinking a White Claw. Why? Because it looks funny? I mean, you're actually supporting thine gayness around here. And my other buddy started giving him shit. And J Love, this guy, he's about 6'4", big country son of a bitch. Wears a cowboy hat to the golf course. He cracks open his Miller Lite. And I said, that's the #1 sponsor for the gay fucking rodeo of America. You guys are supporting the fags. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I might look queer, but I don't support queerness. And it doesn't, and it doesn't make me bloated. So I like my White Claws, and it got the job done. But holy shit, guys, really? Is this what this fucking country is coming true? Well, I mean, Bud Light, Donnie, hold on 1 second, because I've missed J-Love for 2 fucking weeks, and his raunchy ass mouth. J Love, let us have it about this fucking tranny, queer ass faggot Bud Light shit that we're. I mean, come on, dude.
You know what? To each their own. You know, I will preface whatever I say with that. I mean, we are blessed in this country to be able to have the freedoms that we do.
Some of us do. Some of us do.
Well, sadly, those freedoms have been abused, if you will. Case in point. I mean, look at Anheuser-Busch and what they're doing. And I honestly have to sit here and think that this cannot be the same Anheuser-Busch friends and family that, you know, came up with the frogs and then the raunchy ass chicks throughout the 80s and the 90s.
Right.
Buds McKenzie and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
This is not the same Bush family. I guarantee you they sold out some time ago. And I mean, they're living large wherever the fuck they are. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would, if I was, you know, part of the Anheuser-Busch dynasty, I'd have to sit back and say, what in the fuck are you doing to what we helped create? I again, to each their own. And then this motherfucker is celebrating 365 days as a woman. Bitch, you're not a fucking woman. Okay.
Right.
Born with a fucking cock, probably born with a cock in your mouth, but you're not a woman. And then you sit here and you post things that, oh my God, I'm feeling my first menstrual cycle. One, that's delusional. And men just, it's simple biology. Men cannot have menstrual cycles. I mean, baby Jesus, long time ago when he created Adam and Eve and man and woman, that was it. As time has gone on and things have just gotten so far out of whack that, I mean, this is where we are destined to head. I mean, this is where we are destined to fail, honestly. I mean, this country is in a world of shit in so many different areas. You know, from politics to religion to sexual orientation to sports to everything, entertainment. You name it. This country is in a downward spiral, and I don't know how how or what it's going to take for us to get the fuck back. So it was when I saw that, and then of course you have all the backlash from all the celebrities and some sports, entertainers and this, that, and the other. But the one that stood out for me, of course, is Kid Rock. I don't know if y'all saw it. Donnie, I'm sure you did. With Kid Rock taking his fucking MP5 and just blowing fucking cases of Bud Light, away, which, I mean, he needs some help on the range because he missed half that shit. But that's beside the point. To listen to what he said, it made perfect sense. It made absolute perfect sense. But you take from what all of us who are definitely Gen X's and what we grew up with, and the best thing about the whole Bud Light thing for me was the Real Man of Genius, because Jimmy Johnson was his name. He was a former lead singer for Survivor. After he left Survivor, that was his claim to fame. He was doing all those jingles for Bud Light, and that's the Real Man of Genius, and then his voice, and then just the shit that went along with it, and then the narrator. It was fucking awesome. And then, I mean, what are they going to do now? I mean, what kind of Bud Light commercial are they going to do now? I mean, I'm honestly intrigued because I want to watch. It's just like, watching two fat people fuck. It's the same thing.
Like a train wreck, but you got to see it. Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt. No doubt. Donnie, give us your thoughts, please, before I go.
I mean, this isn't the first time we've had the LGBTQ community invade beer. Coors Light's done it a couple of times. They've had rainbows underneath their mountains or over their mountains, whatever. The difference is Coors never said real man of genius, you know, and they didn't market it towards the blue collar, hardworking, balls to the wall guy. Like,
Right.
hey,
good points, Johnny.
you're a man, and you're busting your ass. When you get home, you need a Bud Light. And suddenly they're like, well, we're going to give this TikTok star, because that's what she is. She's a TikTok person. To celebrate her 1 year as a woman, it's only been 1 year since she's transitioned. We're going to give her a Bud Light, and we're going to make a whole campaign around it. We're going to put in pronouns. And when they did that, they lost their customer base because they didn't realize they were marketing. Until then, they were marketing to X crowd. Now they are marketing to Y crowd. Mm-hmm. So X crowd says, fuck it, we're out. That was Monday. Today, they had an emergency board meeting to try and salvage this because sales plummeted. Stock price took a hit. Yeah, they're trying to say, fuck it, we got to do something. But I mean, Coors is no better. I mean, if you want to be like, if you're like anti-gay, Coors is the same thing. I mean, don't say, you know, every beer is the same way. Go drink bourbon. They don't have that. But
right.
I think the big difference in this and Coors is they marketed it towards the hardworking American male that takes no shit. And now we're just going to give somebody that's a guy that didn't do shit. I mean, let's be serious. This Dylan Mulvaney did shit. Nothing. Didn't campaign for women's suffrage. Didn't change any laws. Didn't raise the ceiling for women's payroll. Didn't do shit. It's just a guy dressed up like a girl that says it's a girl. That didn't do shit. That's nothing. That's like Caitlyn Jenner winning Woman of the Year. I mean, that's a fucking, to me, that is a affront to a real woman who has done a shitload. Exactly. You want to impress me? Put Maya Angelou on the fucking Bud Light can. Put Rosa Parks on the fucking Bud Light can. Put somebody who has done something for women. Yeah. Martina Navratilova. I mean, anybody that has done something for women overall, besides a guy that's dressed like a fucking girl. I mean, it's just
name on and on from a woman's standpoint in regards to who should grace the cover of that can or that bottle, as opposed to someone that thinks he's a chick, because he's not. Period. I mean, no matter however you want to try and spin it, 365 days spent pretending that you're a chick does not make you a chick. You know, and I mean, the list goes on from Bud Light to Corona to Stella to Shock Top to Natural Light. There's that. I mean, that paintbrush has just gotten broader and broader from the Anheuser-Busch family, and Rolling Rock. I mean, you name it, and it's absolutely ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous what's going on. Again, to each their own, but the sad fact of the matter is our freedoms in this country have gone from, you know, an actual privilege to have these freedoms to just, an all-out abuse on our freedoms.
Did you see the
here's the problem. Here's the fucking problem with this whole deal is don't push your shit on me. I don't give a fuck. If you're a guy and you think you're a girl, or you're a girl, you think you're a guy, or I was born this way, or Jesus made me this way, or my religion, or my daddy grabbed my dick, or my mommy stuck her fingers on me, whatever the case may be, I don't give a fuck, okay? You be you, I'm going to be me. Okay, but it seems to me like these fags are running out of shit to do. They're running out of platforms. It's not enough that you are number one. Now you are above Trump and Biden and whatever fucking else is going on in the world. You now are the cream of the fucking crop. Look, fags, you've done it. You win. You win. Hands down, you fucking win. Now just leave us alone. Please leave the fuck us alone. That's all I care about. That's
that's
all
the
I
problem.
care.
They don't want to leave us alone. They don't feel justified.
Yeah. But here's the thing, too. Somebody told me today, oh, okay, so you're not going to drink Bud Light. Do you know how many other companies that Anheuser-Busch does and how many products you use? Yes, I do. Yes, I understand it. But they're not putting fucking trannies and pushing this shit in my face. If they make fucking toilet paper, I'm going to wipe my ass with it. Now, if they come do it, come make a big fucking statement about, okay, they're going to have this faggot's face on the toilet paper. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go buy other toilet paper. But the thing that's bothering me now, and this is where now I'm starting to use these hateful words because it's pissing. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave this. We're doing this. They're doing this to get under the skin, and it's fucking working. I'm just not. Go ahead, Donnie.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's their point. They don't care if you agree with them or not. They just want to irritate you if you don't agree with them. There was a very good interview with, I think it was Matt Walsh. I may be wrong. It may not have been Matt Walsh. It was somebody from Daily Wire. And he had an open forum. And a guy dressed as a girl or, identifies as a female, asked him, why do you think there's only two genders? He goes, it's real simple. Let's say you're an EMT. You go up to a situation and the person says they think they're having a miscarriage.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But they have a penis. Do you examine them for a miscarriage? Yes or no? And the person literally thought long and hard and they were like, no. He goes, then there's only two fucking there's male and female. That's it. He goes, now you can identify as whatever you want. He goes, if my kid comes to me and says, I feel like I'm a female and I'm really a male. He goes, then that's a nuanced conversation we can sit there and have. But let's simplify it. At the end of the day, you still have a fucking penis. You're still a male. You can identify as whatever the fuck you want, but don't shove it down our faces and expect us to pacify you because that's how you feel. And it's a very interesting conversation. And it's starting to change. It used to be you had to pacify them no matter what. Canada's still there. I mean, Canada's got laws against it. But
Donnie,
now
I've told you guys this, and y'all gave me a hard time, and I don't give a fuck. Everybody gave me a hard time about it. I went to a drag show with my wife. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I would go to another one. I don't have a problem with gays. Hey, you want to suck dick for a living? Do it. Hey, you want to eat pussy for a living? Do it. I love pussy too. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But now you're throwing this shit in our face, and this is your only agenda. This is your only agenda to do this. And then you're creating more. You're brainwashing kids. You're doing. It's just in 30 years. I mean, they're going to be extinct. They're going to be like fucking dinosaurs. They're going to
they're indoctrinating at the lowest level.
But dude, this is where I'm pissed off. Dude, I loved you gays. I was, dude, you some bitches are good looking, you're clean, you're funny. Everything about you, it's fun. But just don't throw this shit at me. Don't do this. Okay, this beer thing, fine. You win. I won't drink Bud Light. That's fine. But it's like they can't, like enough is not enough. They got to just keep coming and keep coming. And you know what? It's not that I get mad at the situation. I get mad because, they say, well, you're homophobic. No, I'm not homophobic. But you motherfuckers can't leave well enough alone. Just live your life.
No, the fact of the matter is those in actual, as you say, quote unquote, gay community, they despise this. They don't give about this shit because and they just want to.
We call them the real ones, right?
Yep.
Do what?
We call them the real ones, like the real gays, like the.
I mean, the real band of gag balls or whatever the fuck we want to
Whatever,
call
yeah.
them. But the fact of the matter is that these individuals, both male and female, those in the gay community, a real gay community, they despise this because, and I've talked to so many, and it's just, we just want to live our life. We just want to be
Sure.
normal. We just want to go about the day
And treated normal and with respect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but to segue into what you mentioned, this is bigger than Trump. This is bigger than Biden. This is deflection as to what's honestly going on currently
with mainland media, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
Exactly.
lot of propaganda.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of spin going on with this bullshit. And regardless of Trump or Biden or this, that, and the other. I mean, I've just got to say something as far as from a personal standpoint. I had posted something the other day on Facebook, and I wasn't banned as of yet, but I said, to all you, bullies, and to all you anti-Trumpers and Orange Man hating BLM, this, that, and the other, and then talking about the death rattle known as COVID-19. All of you are suddenly silent because there's nobody talking about any of that shit. Nobody.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I get a very good friend of mine, and I love him to death. I have so much mad respect for this dude, but he's talking about, so now the real Justin Love is coming out, and came out, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sitting here thinking, well, no, I can think for myself. I'm not part of that group to where I have to listen to somebody else, or I don't have to follow, the same beat of everybody else. I mean, I march to the beat of my own fucking drum, and most of the time that bitch is out of fucking tune, and
Right.
I'm a half step off. So, and being a drummer, that's a very bad thing. Those listening who are musicians and drummers, you'll get.
Unless you play for Willie Nelson, then you might be right on the money. But
well,
yeah.
True story.
But you say it's all deflection and stuff, which is a great say, because I want to hear about this Trump stuff from you guys, because Donnie, J Love, you've been away for a couple weeks. They're trying to grab this guy by the balls, and I want to talk about it because Donnie, you called it in the text you sent me the Trump farce with a question mark. Trump farce. Go ahead, Donnie, explain that to me. J Love, you follow up.
It's so strange. If you look at it, the feds turned it down. The original New York prosecution turned it down. This guy brought it up. And if you listen to even the left, like the CNN people, they're like, yeah, I saw it. It does not look like it's going to stand up. Like, it looks like it's an instant dismissal or a quick acquittal. So why is he doing it? And then you look at things like, if you saw the press conference yesterday, the two lawyers for Trump, there's a guy behind him with a fucking old Bell cell phone, like the fucking, I say cell phone, house phone, Bell house phone. And he's got a fucking prosthetic leg with a microphone at the end. And he's holding up this prosthetic leg. It's so weird. It's like a clown show. And if you saw the entourage, the motorcade they basically shut New York down yesterday so that he could come in and do this. He literally didn't get fingerprinted. He didn't get mugshotted, nothing. He came in, went through processing, and got out. Didn't mugshot, didn't fingerprint, walked into the fucking courtroom and walked out. So it totally looks like some sort of government fucking, hey, look at this, don't look at this. Because the ambulance in the motorcade, that never has happened unless you're an acting president. And they literally had, I think it was like 12 cars in the motorcade.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that in Florida. He doesn't have that anywhere he goes. I mean, not Secret Service / fucking ambulances and shit. It's so weird. it just looks like a false flag, or it looks like somebody's trying to do it for publicity. And, you know, I have no doubt that this Greg, Attorney Greg Bragg is trying to make a name for himself. I totally get that. He's making his mark. He ran on the campaign that I'm going to get Trump, and then he did it. And he came up with this: New York is the business capital of the world. No, it's not. Not anymore. It's not even fucking close. I mean, I can tell you 1,000 reasons that Nashville is the business capital of the world, or Austin, Texas or Las Vegas is the business capital of the world. Like, that's bullshit. You just wanted to make a name for yourself. Now, that said, it's really, really strange that all of these weird coincidences are lining up, and it just looks like a fucking stage show. I mean, it looks like they don't have anything on him. They're just trying to get publicity, and hell, maybe even Trump's involved in it, because we all know Trump loves publicity. I mean, that's his biggest thing. If he had a drug, his drug is, it's not coke, it's not weed, it's not alcohol, it's publicity. He loves that. Oh yeah,
because that makes money.
For sure.
Yeah. So, gosh almighty. I wish Russell. We're waiting on Russell because he's got a pretty good MFK for us. But baseball. I want to talk. You guys. Yeah. You guys. Baseball's back. It's in full swing now. Well, I want to talk about, because they're making, the rule change in baseball with the timing with the pitcher and all that, which to me.
Here comes Russell. Hang on.
To me, it does. I'm pretty happy. I can sit here and watch a baseball game in 2 hours instead of it being a 4.5 hour just bore fest. Like, you just can't. I just hated it, but I like this rule. So, baseball back's in full swing. I like the way it's going on. But then I was watching the Masters live this morning, and they're talking about changing the ball because, these guys are hitting it too far. They're shortening the course. These guys are, it's just, they've got to make tweaks to this thing. Basketball, they're talking about pulling the 3-point line even further back because these kids are now shooting it from damn near half court and just singing it like nothing. And there's people, pissed off about, the changes, or, what do y'all think about changing? And you're not changing the game, you're just changing certain aspects of the game.
I mean, you're going to be changing every game based on new performance enhancing techniques. And it may not be drugs, it may be just metabolism and the human body evolving. But things like quickening the game for baseball, that's a great thing. Like, it had gotten 100%. Way out of hand. But that said, changing things for everybody is fine. But what baseball did a couple of years ago is they had night games and big televised games had a different ball than the other games had. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Golf has said, hey, we're going to take every ball and it has to fall in these parameters. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Put everybody on a level playing field. I'm actually okay. Let them take all the fucking steroids they want. Like, balls to the wall. I want to see what the fucking human perfection can do. I want to see if you can hit it 500 fucking yards. I want to see if you can throw it 80 yards. Like, let's see what happens. I mean, the kicker is you can't do that, because then it puts those athletes at another level. And there's no participation trophies at that point, which there shouldn't be anyway, but whatever. Russell, how you doing, buddy?
Hey guys, sorry I was late. I things to take care of this evening.
Oh, God,
you're good.
You're good. We just went over.
I'm good. I still have to, but I wanted to pop in here.
I tell you what. We were waiting on, Russell. We were waiting on the on the old MFK for the night.
Oh. FMK.
FMK. I'm out of it, dude. It's late, and I am sober, and that's not a good combination. So give us a
Me too.
fuck Mary Kill here, buddy. What's going on? What do we got?
All right. Here we go. We're gonna go Elizabeth Shue,
Oh,
Leah Thompson, not Leah Thomas, Leah Thompson,
Mhm.
and we're gonna go Cindy Morgan, who plays Lacey on Caddyshack.
You remember the nipples?
yeah.
Chevy Chase remembers them for sure.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, it's just because it was kind of the Phoebe Cates thing for me. That scene from Caddyshack.
No, if Gates did it for me.
I mean, yeah, but it was kind of the same thing for me. I had Phoebe Cates was that's what that chick, what's her name again, Russell?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Anyway, the chick from Caddyshack. I'm gonna marry her because I'm gonna marry her. Cindy Morgan. I'm gonna marry Cindy Morgan because she's just one of those iconic one-hit wonders, and she did it with those two nipples for me. I'm gonna marry her. Elizabeth Shue, probably her best role was Leaving Las Vegas with Nicolas Cage when he was pouring the whiskey down her boobs, and he was, I mean, dude, give me a break. And she was never really like skinny tiny. She had some meat on her bones, beautiful lips, looks like she could start a Harley. So I would fuck Elizabeth Shue, and then whoever the other one was can eat a bag. I'll kill her. So that's my fuck, marry, kill.
I'm kind of in agreement, but as far as Cindy Morgan, I'm gonna fuck her. One probably with a 9-iron, and then not even replace it. Or after her, I'm definitely killing Leah Thompson. She had a few roles to where I was like, yeah, I think that might be fuckable, but no, I'm just gonna axe that one, and I'm definitely marrying Elizabeth Shue. I mean, come on, have you seen the Cobra Kai? She's been on there and still look.
Yeah, she's still holding court, man. I agree with that. Donnie, unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry. So I'm actually going a little different. I'm killing Cindy Morgan. She was hot for a hot minute, but she's blown up since then. Elizabeth Shue.
Well, she's almost 70, bro.
I get it, but she blew up at like 40. Like,
oh my god,
I'm 52, so you got to at least make it my age. Elizabeth too. I'm gonna bang just for fucking Cocktail. Like, if you didn't see the movie Cocktail,
Good story.
it was literally one of Tom Cruise's best performances. That and the pool game that he played with.
Yes, Color of Money.
Color of Money. Those were his two best, performances. But man, I've been a Phoebe Cates fan since I was probably fucking 10. I don't know. I mean,
well, she's not on the list tonight, bud.
Wait, I thought he said Phoebe Cates.
No.
I
said no.
Who's the third one?
I said that chick was on the same realm as Phoebe.
You got
Cates.
Leah Thompson.
Oh, Leah Thompson. I heard
Elizabeth
Phoebe.
Shue
Sorry, I was
and
getting
Cindy Morgan. Coach said that, so it probably got stuck in your brain.
So I was getting a drink. I was getting an ice cube. I'll take it back then. I'll bang Leah Thompson, and then I'll marry Elizabeth Shue. And Elizabeth Thompson, just because she's got that classic look where she can put her hair up or her hair down. I'll bang her, but then I'll marry Elizabeth Shue. But man, you had me so worked up over Phoebe Cates, motherfucker.
Oh, it's hard not to get worked up over Phoebe Cates.
I'm aware.
Russell, you've been thinking about it all day. What's your list?
Yeah, and I'm still not 100% on this, but I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna keep this very G-rated for the way I normally sound, because I got a 6-year-old running around here. I'm going to F Cindy Morgan
Yeah.
because just that scene, I just can't get that out of my brain, my adolescent brain. I am going to kill Elizabeth Shue, even though the cocktail thing, I've been debating on that all day. But Leah Thompson's very underrated, and she's still pretty attractive even at her age. But she was in the reboot of Beverly Hillbillies as the antagonist in that movie, and it just was an absolute smoke show in that movie. So I'm gonna marry her. She seems like she's a pretty bright lady too. So
There we go. There we go. Um,
Hey, Russell, what are you drinking?
water. Yeah, that's a little
No,
boring. A little boring right
no,
now.
no Modelo.
That goes good
No,
with Scott.
nothing.
Why aren't you
Yeah,
drinking
no,
Modelo, buddy?
we're reassessing some things for a few weeks to try to.
You missed that part earlier, so I was just making sure I threw it in.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had our
No, we're good.
We had our Bud Light rant.
Oh no, I
start.
listen. If I wanted to start liking Dick, I'd go buy Budweiser, or we got rid. We will not. This household will not be buying any more Anheuser Busch products. I can tell you that much.
So you're on the Kid Rock plan.
Well, if I would have had some in the refrigerator drinking, I ain't about wasting my money either.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
So
Well,
but,
you know, they
more.
made a
Like I like Rolling Rock. I like a lot of Top Shock. I like that, but I'm out, completely out on Anheuser Busch.
The funny thing is, the one company that's, you know, standing tall, standing true, and true to their shit. It's America's oldest brewery, Yingling. They ain't going.
We may have to.
I didn't know it was
May have
as
to
old.
go that route eventually.
I didn't know that. Well,
So that's the oldest brewery?
1829.
I'll be damned. Learned something today.
Ziegenbach. I love Ziegenbach. I drink that, you know, when I go to the bar.
Yeah,
I drink it on tap.
Holy,
you had some other night.
you know how much a 12-pack of Ziegenbach was at Walmart? I went and got a few groceries before I came on. $16.98 for a 12-pack.
Really?
I'm like, I like you, but I don't like you that much. Shit.
Dang. Holy cow.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Joe.
So, yeah, that happened also. Hey, so now that we got Russell here, what about give me some what the fuck moments? And remember, this is your what the fuck moment. I don't give a shit about Trump or Biden or anything like that.
Man,
your
I got
personal what the fuck moment.
Man, that's hard because I've had a hell of a week, as you know, Coach, and without getting too personal, I don't. You know, I've had too many personal, private what the fuck moments the last week to even worry about anybody else's. If I'm being honest with you, it's been I could not be as entertaining as normal, but I don't. You know, maybe for me, the one thing that I saw that really made me roll my eyes was, you know, the shooter in Tennessee, and then the Muffet comes out there and says she feels sorry and that she wanted to apologize to the trans community and that they're being attacked literally after one of them kills 3 innocent kids and 3 adults. For me, that's just like, what fucking country are we living in?
I would agree.
So from that would probably be my biggest what the fuck moment, that literally, and people celebrating the shooter, you know, going around calling him a victim and making an excuse for that piece of shit whose pronouns are now dead and gone. So, which is what they should be. So that would be mine for sure.
Agreed.
That's a good one.
Agreed. I think that kind of coattails on you know, my what the fuck moment. The fact that I mean, and I have family members who are fucking registered nurses and fucking degrees from you know, 4-year colleges, 8-year colleges, this, that, and the other, but yet they post dumb shit like that, and then they post stuff like what was it? If if you cannot support my trans this, that, or the other, then I will identify as the fucking problem. What the fuck does that even? I mean, what are you seriously? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, all I'm saying is, one, you better pack a lunch. Two, you better count heads, motherfucker. And three, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't. All I know is they'll be taking you home with a fucking body bag. Period. I mean, that's just fucking stupid.
So
the fact that these folks, and again, these are family members, and I sit here and I'm like, I mean, I haven't seen you in a bone age, but then at family reunions or get-togethers, I gotta sit and look at your stupid fucking ass, and yet your mama spit you the fuck out, and this is what you've become. It's absolutely insane how brainwashed and mind fucked these people are, and they just don't get it because they come from money. So there's so much money pouring into these young people's accounts. They ain't got to worry for shit. Mom and daddy are still taking care of their ass, and they're fucking almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. But I sit here and I you know, I see this shit pop up on my timeline. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I said, I'm fucking related to you. This cannot be possible. This cannot be fucking possible. But you know what? The classic cliche about anything is possible, evidently so, because shit like this happens all the fucking time. But again, lunch, motherfucker, because I guarantee you, you're going to identify as a fucking problem. Well, I'm going to identify as the fucking solution, period.
So as you guys know, I've been going through kind of a spiritual journey of physically, mentally, emotionally and stuff. And so my wife sends me these sayings that she gets, and I don't know what app she has, but dude, I had a what the fuck moment a couple. And I'm going to end this show with a quote from Anthony Bourdain, which is amazing. I mean, just absolutely amazing. I'm sorry that he had his problems. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to get dead horse. So this is my what the fuck moment. Listen to this, man. My wife sent me this, and I went, what the fuck, because it just hit like this. It says, only you will ever know the real you. Everyone else sees a version of you, a version created in their mind through their filters and using their own experiences and judgments to mold you from. You may think they see what you know about yourself, but they don't. Everyone you have ever met holds a version of you in their memory, and none of them are real. It is a special moment when this truth sinks in, because you realize at last that you have a very unique thing going on with yourself. So many versions of you exist in very many places, but you alone will ever know the real one. Now, if that is not a relationship worth treasuring, what is? Some Donna Ashworth said that. When I sat here and thought about it, I was in my ice bath for about 10 minutes one day, and I'm sitting there just what do you call it?
Reflecting?
Yeah, on just that, going, wow, what a fucking statement that is. Anyway, that was my what the fuck moment, to where I'm like going, holy shit. Everybody knows me, but nobody knows me. And only I know the real me. Anyway, that was my what the fuck moment. Donnie, go ahead.
My what the fuck moment came out of the NCAA Women's Championship.
Oh, go ahead.
Jill Biden gets up on the podium and says, I'm going to ask Joe if we can bring Iowa along with LSU. What? Like, what the fuck? I mean, they didn't win, motherfucker. This is not participation trophy time.
Right.
Like, I get it. Caitlin Clark is an amazing player, but Reese is just as fucking good. And I heard all the people say, oh, Reese was fucking, you can't see me and show me the ring. And she was taunting her. Motherfucking Caitlin Clark did it all year. Like,
Yeah.
don't disrespect that shit. That ain't got nothing to fucking do with it. She was giving her some of her own fucking medicine.
Yeah.
So don't go there. But the whole let's bring the second place team.
Nah.
Come on, man. I mean, and then she's like, I'm gonna tell Joe. I mean, everybody tells Joe something because he ain't got
Joe's dead.
his own. Let's be serious. I mean, Joe can't fucking piss in the bathroom without help.
What did you say, Coach?
Huh?
What'd
Joe's
you just-
dead. Joe's
Joe is-
dead.
Yeah, true story.
What
Because
are you gonna?
that's not
what do
who
you-
we
what-
see.
What do you tell a dead man? That's fucking. That was
a
hilarious.
what the fuck moment for the year. Like,
Dude,
let's get the second place team up here. You didn't hear him say, let's get San Diego State up here, or let's
No.
get
Yeah.
the loser of the Super Bowl up here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I'll give Reese this. She was like, fuck that bitch, I ain't going.
Exactly.
Like,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to the Caribbeans. She's like, I'm going on fucking vacation.
Yeah.
She could catch me outside.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give Reese 1,000% credit. And
Well, right. He did say
I
something.
rarely agree with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith said the same fucking thing. Fuck that bitch.
I mean, she did say something along the lines about, I'm not going to the White House, but if something about the Obamas, I don't know exactly what it was, but something about the Obamas, if going to go visit them or whatever. By all
I
means,
didn't hear that. I just heard
Yeah.
that.
if that makes
I
you
just
happy,
heard-
whatever.
Yeah, I heard they were disrespected before the game. Jill was supposed to come into the fucking locker room and they were like, hard pass. You didn't predict us getting out of the top 32. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna post your NCAA bracket
Yeah.
and then invite the winners, nah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
if
it was-
you don't have them getting out of the top 32, nah, just don't do it.
I didn't watch it. I mean, I caught highlights of it and everything, but the only thing that stood out for me was that the LSU coach and that fucking suit that she was wearing.
Dude, she's amazing.
Oh,
dude.
she's had those her whole fucking career. Her
Bro.
whole career.
I'm
She's
shit.
a Pat Summit from LSU.
Listen,
And
J-Lo,
if you know anything about Mardi Gras, you know they got to come strong or they ain't coming at all.
dude, this chick was at she was at Baylor. My one of my best friends who coached with me was a defense coordinator there at Waco Midway. Her son, hell of a baseball player, shortstop for Waco Midway, all state kind of player, ended up playing at LSU because that's where they're from. But her son played on the football team, and he was a little cornerback and a slot receiver. And Waco Midway is a big 5A school. I mean, or back then it was a 5A school. I think they're 6A now. But anyway, she would show up, and I met her a couple of times, and she is as solid as you would think she is. I mean, this chick is all business all the fucking time. She's just like a dude. And her kids are the same way. Her kids are no fucking joke either, man. That little motherfucker was about 5'7", and he ended up being the quarterback that year because the other two quarterbacks got hurt. They were both
Maybe
like 6'2".
Her on the fight cam.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this chick is for real. I was so happy. I was rooting for her. I was so happy she won. It was amazing. And Donnie, on what you said as far as I can't see me, what Reese did and all that shit, dude, they started talking because the black girl did it to the white girl. Now, when the white girl did it, it was okay. And dude, you know me, I'm the most racist motherfucker in the world. I really am. I'll say it right now. No, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I am really, really racist at ignorance and stupidity. That's why I hate Stephen A. But dude, nobody said shit when the white girl was doing it all season long to everybody. But you get that good looking, and man, that reaches a good looking motherfucker too. You get that real tall black girl that put it in their ass, and she starts doing it, which I thought well deserved. If I'm going to talk shit to you guys and then y'all end up I deserve the shit back, and I'll even fucking take my hat off. Okay, but I thought, man, this is fucked up. This is fucked up. When the white girl did it, nothing happened. Now the black girl did it. Oh, it's disrespectful and classless. Eat a bag of dicks. The fucking white girl deserved it. And if she is one of the, and this is why also girls don't get paid as much as guys, because if that's one of the top girls in the nation and on the college level, there's no comparison to men's sports.
I mean,
so you can't.
She's good. I mean, she's really good. The kicker is like, she's also arrogant. I mean, if you saw the game, if you saw the Final Four game, she was guarding her opponent, and her opponent was at the 3-point line. She backed down to the paint. She was like, "Go ahead, fucking shoot it." And she waved her on. And I get it. You do that sometimes. They do it in the pros. They did it to Russell Westbrook this year. Now he's lighting their ass up, and they don't do it anymore. So I get her mentality, but the whole "you can't see me" thing, and you're small, it just no, it goes both ways. And Clark was like, "Hey, Reese is a great player. I respect her. I didn't think anything of it. She won.
Yeah.
She wasn't rubbing it in my face. She was celebrating, and I appreciate that." So I'll give Clark a ton of credit. Like, she deflected it and said, "Hey, I've just got to do better next year." And that's the type of player you want. I mean, how much trash talk did Jordan give? I mean, he trash talked everybody, but he backed it up.
You just said that, you know, that's the kind of player that you want. True. That's the kind of player that we want. You know, real Americans, we want that. We want that competitive spirit. We want that, this, that, and the other. But as far as what they want, it didn't fit their narrative. I guarantee you this is going to spin the fuck out of control. It'll you know, be out there in the Twitterverse and in social media for the next month or so, because she didn't come back with something derogatory or racist or bad-mouthing Reese. I guarantee you something is going to come out of this. And even if one or the other did not say anything, the media is going to spin something to where, well, Clark said this and blah, blah, blah. I guarantee you, because they want it to spin out of. And
you've got to have conflict. You got to have conflict.
I personally think each their own. I mean, if you want to talk shit, it's like Coach said. If you want to talk shit, and you know, I'm talking shit about both y'all, and you know, we're playing a game of fucking horse, if anything.
Yeah. And
I'm talking shit about both y'all because you can't hit a fucking basic fucking layup or this, that, and the other. But then I get schooled. I would expect the same shit. You know, but are we going to, you know, run home and tell mama about it? No. I mean, we handle the shit like men.
Yeah. No, I get it. I don't know. I know it doesn't fit the narrative. I don't know. It's still women's sports, so I have a real hard time thinking that it's going to spin out of control. I think it's over. I just, you know, because it's women's sports. And again, you know, whoever's listening, if we have anybody listening, look, I'm not anti-gay. I'm not anti-trans. I'm not anti-women's sports and all this shit, but I see it for what it fucking is. It is what it is, man. I mean, you know, it just is. Don't throw your shit at me. I won't throw my shit at you. And let's just respect each other's boundaries and move the fuck on. But
I'm not anti anything, but I'm anti stop, you know, just shut the fuck up and don't throw it in my face.
Yeah.
That's the way that you want to, if that's the lifestyle you want to live, by all means, I'm going to love you either way. And just like, you know, talking about that buddy of mine earlier who was calling me out on that post. If you don't like Trump, I don't give a fuck. I could give two shits. That's who you voted for, because I guarantee you didn't fucking vote.
Yeah.
If that's your choice, by all means, because I'm still going to love you in the morning.
Yeah.
The fuck vote left or right or.
Well, dude, Dana White said it the same, just like what you just said. He goes, man, I don't care who you voted for. I'm not going to hate you for not voting for the same guy I voted for. I'm not going to hate
Exactly.
you for that. But now you're going to start throwing shit in my face, and you're going to start shit, and you're going to hate people for who they voted for. If you start hating people for who you voted for, or for who they voted for, I don't want to be around you. You're not the type of person I want to be around, dude.
Exactly.
So,
I mean,
Exactly.
that's not a friendship or a brotherhood or a relationship in general that you want to be involved with, because everything that comes along with it is going to be toxic, and it's just not worth the energy. You know, I got mad love, and I'm leaving this out there. I got mad love. I mean, I'd love to talk to you one on one. I mean, fuck, you know, again, pack a lunch, motherfucker. I mean, you better count heads. Period. If you want to bring a crew, bring a fucking crew, because I'll fucking knock them all out one by one.
right, right.
Well, I mean, and the thing that you got to understand is like communication is the key to success. And we have gotten away from that as a society, and we've become conformed to either side, or we don't want to talk to you. Like there's no compromise. There's no, let me look at it and see if it's a situation that I can understand or I can, you know, comprehend. There was a guy, I was talking about Matt Walsh earlier, or whoever that was. In that same thing, there was a I think it was a guy becoming a girl. And he said, you know, hey, I came to this as part of this group that was supposed to hate you. And I listened to everything you said and I researched and I thought, you know what? Nothing he's saying is bad. He's giving his opinion. And if we can't respect his opinion, then how can we expect him to respect ours? So I'm all for you claiming whatever you want to be. Don't force me to conform to your ideologies. You know, I will, if you say, hey, Donnie, I want you to call me a girl. Okay, fine. I got no problem with that. But don't say I have to. I will do my best to, but don't say I have to or I'm going to jail, because fuck that. Just going to put me in jail. Like,
I think so. A couple of things happened to me, and we're fixing to wrap this up, fellas. But a couple of things happened to me, you know, month and a half ago or whatever, that made me change kind of my view on things, and you know, get healthy, work out, do all this other stuff that I've been doing, but really meditating on other stuff, right? And this is one part of the reason is I hate to watch the news. I hate to listen to the news. I'm really starting to hate Twitter because it's all negative. It's you know, it's just all negative. It's all, you know, this kind of shit about the trannies and you know, you got to respect me. I ain't got to do I ain't got to do shit. Well, I'm really doing a lot of meditate on different things, you know, on my own psyche and what helps, you know, what helps me release my dopamine, you know, going out and, you know, just different shit like that. I'm 54 years old, dude. I don't want to spend my fucking day reading negative shit and going over negative shit over and over and fucking over. You know what I mean? But that was another reason why I'm going on this fucking journey. I do, as fucking corny as it sounds, because I was never this guy, J-Love. I was always the man. I'm the man. I'm a machismo Mexican. No, you know what? Now I am fucking meditating. I've got crystals. I've got all this other shit. I'm doing all kind, you know, yoga nidra. I'm stretching. I'm doing all this meditative stuff because I'm sick and tired of the fucking negative world. I really am. And I am glad that I don't think I'm going to make it to the to the Great Reset, because it's fixing to come. This fucking Great Reset fixing to come. I don't think I'm going to make it there, Jack.
If you can't make it a year, then you're bad.
Well, no, I think I don't. I think anyway. I don't get into logistics of when it's going to happen, but guys, I'll start this time because I've tried on this podcast to share this with y'all, but the last 2 or 3 times we've ran out of time. So before we run out of time, I'm going to go first, and then I'll let y'all follow with something positive, something funny, something you want to leave the listeners to. Also, before I say this, guys, we are on Rumble now. It's Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark all together. Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark. I have posted 2 of our top podcasts on there that got kicked off or banned by YouTube. I don't even think I'm going to try to post this one on YouTube because the way I started with all, the fags and gays and all that stuff. So I think I'm just going to go ahead. I mean, I'll try it, but I think I'm going to skip it. But we are on Rumble now. And dude, if you have not been on Rumble, let me tell you something, Jack. J-Love, I apologize now, live on air. I should have listened to you about 6 months ago because the Rumble's a real good. I mean, you can find anything you want, and it's quality, and it's not censored, and you can hear them, and you could comment, and it's just really cool. And we've already started gathering followers over there that I don't even know. Remember, go to Rumble whenever you guys go to your social media. Go ahead and plug Rumble in there for us. We are Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark. It's all together, and they can find our podcast there. Anyway, so I am doing a portrait because I can draw a little bit. I'm doing a portrait of Anthony Bourdain right now, and below it, I am going to have these words, and this is what he said, and this is really where I'm at right now, and I love every bit about it. I'm going to read it word for word. So I'm quoting Anthony Bourdain. He said, "Eat at a local restaurant tonight. Get the cream sauce. Have a cold pint at 4:00 in a mostly empty bar. Go somewhere you've never been. Hell, listen to someone you think may have nothing in common with you. Order a steak rare. Eat an oyster. Have a Negroni. Shit, have 2 Negronis. Be open to a world where you may not understand or agree with the person next to you, but have a drink with them anyway. Eat slowly. Tip your server. Check in on your friends. Check in on yourself. But more importantly, enjoy the fucking ride." Thank you for those words, Anthony Bourdain. Gentlemen, you want to leave them with anything positive?
Yeah, I told you before the podcast started. I have a friend. I don't know her very well. Like, we're just acquaintances. Her ex-husband committed suicide, and then her 13-year-old son's best friend committed suicide like 2 weeks later. Suicide is it's a bad thing. I mean, it doesn't hurt the person that does it. It hurts the people around them because they always feel, and I can say this because I know I have this experience from personal experience. It hurts because you think you could have done something to help it. And a lot of times you can't. I mean, you can look back in the past and go, man, if I would have only said this, or if I would have only been there for them at this time. You can't know their demons. You don't. Try not to take it too hard. It sucks when that happens. I mean, it really does. I reached out to her and I was like, listen, if there's anything I can do, I will. I know there's nothing I can. I know it's just words, but I've been through that situation, not at that level as far as personality goes, but a very good friend of mine did it. Get help. I mean, and don't take no for an answer. If you are feeling that way, yeah, there's tons of help situations out there, but most of the time they don't really help. Go ahead and take that extra step and reach out to a friend and say, hey, I'm feeling like this. Because it may save your life. I mean, and who knows what can happen if you save your life. You know, you may win the lottery, you may solve quantum mechanics. I mean, you may do something great. But you can't do anything great if you're in the grave. So if you're feeling that way, don't only reach out to help, reach out to your friends, because they're the ones that love you and they're the ones that support you.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's very, very good advice. Also, depression, anxiety, it's real. Those are real demons. Those are real demons. So if you're close to somebody, like I have been, like Donnie has been, J Love, my wife, if you see there's something wrong, you don't have to say a whole lot. But
Yeah.
it's like one person said, I think it was Robin Williams, all you had to do was reach out and just touch me. Let me know you're there. Just let them
Yep.
know you're there. Thanks, Donnie. J Love, close us out, buddy.
Well, it's funny that Donnie ends with the whole suicide thing because just recently, Cat I used to work with did the same thing. Decided that it was easier just to end his own life, and going to the and I would have never expected it from this cat, working with him for a year and a half, and the conversations we shared, and it never crossed my mind to, like Donnie said, to reach out and say, hey, just to let you know there's somebody here.
Yeah.
And it ended badly. There was a lot of people affected, and it really sucks. But kind of opposite of that. I mean, everybody, as far as life is concerned, everybody is. It's a constantly evolving carousel, and it's whether or not you want to stay on that ride or do you want to get off. And the way I look at it and what I'm going to leave with is life. It's not about finding yourself. It's about changing yourself.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Guys, remember we are on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube, Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark. We are now on Rumble. Go to Rumble because they're not gonna. They won't censor us over there. Go to Rumble. You can count. You can see us on TikTok, Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark on TikTok. I also have Rick Zamora on TikTok. Donnie Nolan's on TikTok. J Love's on TikTok. You can find us there. Thank you for listening. I think this is episode almost 45, 44, 45 or something like that. But thank you guys for all the words, for everything. Listen, gentlemen, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to live. Then make that day count. Thank you, J Love. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Until next week, this is Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark. Y'all have a great week. Adios.
See you.
Peace.